y'all. How are you tonight? I am in my studio working on a little project, and I thought I would let you guys keep me company. I'm kind of hot. We just got back from riding bikes just a few minutes ago, but just ignore my appearance. I'm going to turn the camera around in just a minute anyway. But I'm working on a tiny little painting, and I thought that it would be fun to show you what I'm doing. And I haven't done a live video in a little while. I also have some things to share with you. If you haven't seen my posts or emails, I am hosting a free workshop next week, a week from tonight actually. And we're gonna paint some love letters is what I'm calling these. So I'm gonna show you how to paint these in a free workshop here on my Facebook page next Thursday and Friday night at 7 Central time. But tonight I'm working on something else. Oh, also my creative community is open right now. We're closing on the 10th of February. So if you're interested in joining us for February, we're going to be painting a swan, and we're going to be painting hummingbirds. So that's coming up in the creative community. And tonight, what I'm doing is I found this little frame. Actually, I found two of them at the thrift store. And they have like a piece of cardboard. I don't know, it's a print of some sort. But I took this one out as much as I could. It was glued in. So what I'm planning to do is paint a little painting to go here. And I'm going to stick it in here. I've also got some ideas for some trim that I might put in here too. But I'm going to turn my camera around over my table. So hang with me just a minute. Let me see if I can do this without making you too dizzy. You're going to see my ceiling for just a moment. Okay. Sorry about the wiggling. All right, so here's the situation. I've got this little, let me bring it down, this little frame here. And this is the little piece of paper. I just used some mixed media paper, and I cut out the right size, and I'm going to use it to make a little, just a cute little painting to go in here. And I think I want to do a little floral in like a little blue and white vase. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. And I've got a few colors already out. I need to get a few more. So hang with me while I kind of figure out what colors I want to use. So I think I'm going to do some pretty pinkish flowers and a blue and white container. So let's just start with, let me think. I think I want to do something kind of square for my container. Maybe taller than that, I don't know. I'm just going to play it by ear. And let's see, I'll do some. I'm going to try to make it kind of minimal because I don't want it to be too much going on. But I want them to be a little bit big. I say minimal and then I said big, so I don't know. I don't know what I want here. I'm just going to go for it. Okay. That's gonna work, I think. I think that color is gonna work well with this frame. I need a smaller brush though. This is tiny. Let's do some of this. Right in here, I'm just gonna make up a pattern. I don't even know what I'm doing, but it's gonna turn out okay. I don't think I want the container to be bright white because this is not bright white. So I'm gonna mix in some, like a creamy color in there. And I think I'm gonna redo my background and make it dark. And everything's gonna stand out more with a darker background. So let's see if I do like a really dark green. I'm gonna have to come back around my leaves probably. I mean, that's almost black. It's a really dark green. Probably should have taped it down, but too late now. I'm just gonna go for it. Do you ever start on something and then change your mind in the middle of it and change the entire painting? Because I do that a lot. See, I like this dark. Dark background looks good, but I just gotta lighten up my leaves, and that will make everything come together. Okay. She's looking cute. I'm definitely gonna add some more details to my flowers, but that's gonna be pretty in that frame. So let's add a few little light areas in these pinky flowers. I'm gonna keep it really loose. And I think I'm gonna go back in here on my blue. Actually, got a little bit of water in there. Okay, I think I'm going to stop because I don't want to overdo it. Let's just lay it down right here and see. That is going to look good. So, next step is going to have to dry, of course, but I'm going to use something called Yes Paste, if I can get it open. Yeah, and I'll just put some little dots of that in here. and it will hold my painting down. I said dots, but I'm actually going to just spread some. And my little painting is not completely dry, but it's dry enough that I can do this. Just gonna lay it down and use the end of my paintbrush to tap it in there. I want to use my finger, but I'm not going to. That turned out pretty. Okay, so I had another idea to maybe add some trim in here, like on the inside. But I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. I've got some other things. That I could add, which may make it tacky. I don't know. We're just going to see what happens. So I've got like this thicker little rope that could go down in here like this. I just feel like I need something to trim the edge here because it's on top. It's glued down on top and it's not underneath anything. I don't want it to come up. So I've got some other fancier trim like this. I could put in there. Or I could just use like something a little more plain. I don't know. I think that's going to be too much to try to put. I don't think lace is going to be a good idea. So let's just go with my first instinct, which was this really simple piece of, I don't know what you call this. And I'm just going to glue it down using this same glue that it dries clear, so I can really put it in there and get it to stick. Could use hot glue, but I like this better because it's really forgivable. So if I put this down and need to move it around again, it doesn't dry instantly. It takes it a little while for it to cure. I think that's going to be good. So it's not super noticeable, but it's enough to cover up that edge of the paper there. It'll probably help hold it in too. So I've got glue on the back and I've got this glue on the top. And I think I have enough to go all the way around. I started this before I measured it. We'll see. Oh yeah, it's gonna work. Okay. I got way too much. So this little frame was something there's two of them actually. Something I found at a thrift store that I could see that it had potential, but it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be yet, so I just turned it into something I like. See, press it down using this instead of my finger because my fingers are getting sticky. And let's just trim that little piece. Oops, not the best scissors. There you go. It's got an original little painting in it. I really like that. That turned out really cute. So I may do another one and have a little set of these. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna let this dry and see how it does. See, make sure that it's gonna stay and not buckle. So I've got that Yes paste underneath. I think it'll be good. But I just wanted to give you a little inspiration that you can find things at the thrift store and give them a little makeover. It doesn't have to be a huge makeover. You could just change out a little piece of it and turn it into something really pretty. See if you guys have said anything. I can't read comments. Thank you, Sandy. She said it looks great and that was so fast. Thanks, Marilyn. And Audrey. So you guys are talking to me, but I couldn't see it. I'm sorry. Hi, Jennifer and Judy. I'm so sorry. I wasn't talking to you guys. Okay, so maybe this one will need a friend. And I tried to pull this out. It's just, I think it's so old, it's just falling apart. But I tried to pull the other one out and get as much as I could without it just totally ripping. Let's see if I can get something else under there. Nope, that's not gonna work. Here we go. It's also kind of dusty, and so I just took let me move this so I don't get dust on it. I just took a little brush and so I could use this little template that I did before and cut out another piece. So this is just mixed media paper, and this is actually what we're going to be using for the workshop that I'm doing next week. I'm going to use mixed media paper for that too. And it is, you could use watercolor paper, but if you do, I would use the hot pressed watercolor paper because the cold pressed is textured and it makes it kind of hard to paint on unless you use a lot of water. It's going to be too big and crooked. Look how crooked that is. I'm not good at cutting a straight line. So a little bit better, but still a little too big. I don't know where it's... This is why I don't sew. I can't do exact measurements very well. It makes me stressed. Okay. There we go. I think it's still a little bit big on this corner. So let me trim that. That's probably too much. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna do another one. Maybe, well, these have a hanger on the back. So I was thinking maybe I would turn it landscape, but let's just do another one to go with this one. I'm gonna do it again. Let's do a yellow background first on this one. Okay, and then I could have some more blue. This paper is wanting to buckle a little bit, but I'll just hold it down. Maybe I'll do a more oval shaped one this time. Get my bigger brush so I can be a little more loose with my flowers. Let's see. All right, let's put in some of this blue in here for blue and white vase. Maybe it's on a little pedestal thingy. Can't think of words. Okay. And we'll do a dark background on this one too. Okay, let's do some highlights in those flowers. This one's a little more on the green side. The background is a little greener. Okay, and let's see how this one looks in here. So they're not exactly the same. Oh, I see I missed a little spot there. They're not exactly the same, but they're sisters, but not twins. I think that's gonna be good. So let's go ahead and just put our paste in here. And I'm just gonna put it over this little spot because it's not gonna hurt anything. And let's see, I'll use this to press it down. I think I need to move it up a little bit. Oops. Got a little carried away with my brush, but now we've got two little florals, and I can go around the edge of this one with some trim. Also, I don't have enough of this left, but I can get another one from my stash over here that's gonna work, like something like this. And I can just glue that down in there for my trim on this one. And I'll have a little set. I think I'm gonna go over this container a little bit more right here because it looks a little bit wonky. There we go. So yeah, I think that's turned out really cute. So you guys let me know what you think. And I'm gonna add the trim around the inside here. And I think that's all I'm gonna do to these. I'll put my initials in there, of course. But what do you guys think? Scrolled all the way to the top of the comments. Thank you, Rhonda. Thanks, Christine. So you guys tell me, do you like to find things at the thrift store and reuse them? Melissa said, I always love using thrifted frames. I do too. I like just about anything thrifted, honestly. But frames are definitely something that you can save a lot of money, and you can create something that's very unique and one of a kind, because these that I'm using here are probably mass produced. I mean, they're not expensive, but now they are very unique and different, and there's not going to be another one like them anywhere else. And you can customize it. What's this? Let me see. Rhonda says, I like the trim. It adds texture and interest. Thank you. Audrey's going to have to go thrifting now. And Rhonda said she is a huge thrifter. I love to thrift. That's one of my favorite things to do, is go to the thrift store. And I've got all kinds of little ideas and things that I have done or plan to do, and just have to take the time to do them. I always enjoy it when I do, but I don't always have time for some of the things that I want to do anyway. Got way too much of this going on here. Hang on. I can't find my other scissors. I'm using these. These are more decorative than anything, but I can't find my good scissors, which is normal around here. All right, got one more side. I also love watching people on YouTube that do this thrifting and flipping, because they come up with some of the coolest ideas. There are so many creative people with such great ideas. Okay. I think I've got them finished, except for my initials. Just put a little AH in there. And now they're done. That actually turned out cuter than I thought it would. Thank you guys for keeping me company while I did my little crafty flip here, and I will see you next time. Bye.